They've lived through war, loss, and loneliness, weathered storms we can only imagine. Yet somehow, many who reach a century seem to carry a light within, a quiet joy that defies the hardships they faced. It makes you wonder, what makes a 100-year-old heart still feel light? What unseen forces protect their spirit as the decades accumulate? Beyond diet and exercise, genetics and luck, research points to something deeper, something woven into the very fabric of their emotional lives. It seems that exceptional longevity isn't just about the body, it's profoundly tied to the health of the heart in a metaphorical sense. Gerontology research, the study of aging, reveals that maturity of spirit, a certain way of processing the world and its inevitable challenges, plays a significant role in not just living long, but living well into advanced age. It's about emotional resilience, cultivated over decades. These long-lived individuals often share specific emotional patterns, rhythms of feeling and reacting that seem to serve as quiet guardians of their well-being. They are not grand pronouncements or complex philosophies, but simple, profound ways of being that anyone, at any age, can begin to practice. We've observed 6 such patterns that appear frequently among those who reach 100 years and beyond. They offer a glimpse into the inner landscape of centenarians, suggesting that the path to a long life is also a path inward. The first pattern is a remarkable ability to let go of grudges. It's as if they understand the sheer weight that resentment carries. Holding on to anger or past hurts is like trying to walk uphill with heavy stones in your pockets. Centenarians seem to intuitively drop these stones quickly. They process hurt, yes, but they don't allow it to calcify into bitter, long-term grudges. This swift release maintains an inner calm, a clear space within the heart. It frees up vital emotional energy that would otherwise be consumed by dwelling on negativity. This inner peace, research suggests, can have tangible physical benefits, lowering stress hormones and promoting overall health. The second pattern found in these individuals is a profound capacity for finding delight in small, daily rituals. This isn't about grand pleasures, but the simple, repeatable acts that structure a day. Perhaps it's the morning ritual of making a cup of tea, the warmth of the mug in their hands, the fragrant steam rising. Or maybe it's watching the birds at the feeder, or the feel of worn, familiar fabric. These aren't chores, they are moments of intentional presence and gentle pleasure. They anchor the day in comfort and quiet joy, transforming the mundane into the meaningful. This practice cultivates a sense of presence and gratitude for the small gifts of life, often overlooked in the rush of younger years. It creates a steady baseline of contentment. The third emotional pattern is a persistent, gentle curiosity. Even into their late 90s and beyond, many centenarians retain an active interest in the world. They ask questions, listen intently, and remain open to new information and experiences, even if those experiences are simply hearing about them. This isn't about needing to be an expert, but about a genuine wonder. It's about asking why and how about life, about people, about the changing world. This active engagement keeps the mind agile and the spirit youthful. Curiosity is a form of embracing the present and the future, rather than retreating solely into the past. It signals a continued investment in life itself. This brings us to the fourth emotional pattern, and it's one that feels particularly deep and moving. It's something many of us experience, but perhaps rarely speak about in this specific way. Centenarians often speak regularly of their lost loved ones, not dwelling in sorrow or getting trapped in grief, but remembering them with a profound sense of gratitude. They recall shared moments, the impact those individuals had on their lives, the love given and received. There might be a tear, yes, but it is often accompanied by a gentle smile, a warmth in the eyes. This isn't denial of loss.
It's integration of love into the ongoing present. It's carrying the essence of those relationships forward. This practice of grateful remembrance is more than just sentimental. It appears to have significant cognitive and emotional benefits. Reflection tied to acknowledging past love and connection activates areas of the brain crucial for memory resilience. It also engages the parts of the brain involved in emotional regulation, helping to process complex feelings of loss alongside feelings of enduring connection and appreciation. This intricate dance of memory and emotion strengthens the emotional core. A revealing study from Stanford highlighted the power of this kind of reflection. It found that older adults who engaged in practices that fostered gratitude, including grateful remembrance, showed lower levels of inflammatory markers in the body. They also demonstrated improved performance on cognitive tests, suggesting a link between this emotional state and brain health. Gratitude, even for love that is now memory, appears to be protective. This particular pattern fosters something researchers are beginning to call emotional continuity. It's the ability to see one's life not as a series of disconnected episodes punctuated by loss, but as a flowing narrative where love, even after separation by time or death, remains a vital thread. It's carrying the sunlight of past relationships within their chests, illuminating their present. This deep connection to their personal history, viewed through the lens of gratitude, seems to provide a stable emotional foundation. Have you ever remembered someone who is no longer with you and felt that familiar pang of absence, but immediately followed by a wave of warmth and thankfulness for the time you had? That feeling, amplified and woven into the fabric of daily life, seems to be a hallmark of many centenarians. Perhaps reflect on pattern number 4. Does that pattern resonate with you? The fifth pattern observed is a notable resistance to jealousy. In a world often driven by comparison, these individuals seem remarkably content with their own journey, their own circumstances. They aren't preoccupied with what others have achieved or accumulated. Their focus is internal, on their own life's rich tapestry, the lessons learned, the simple joys experienced. This freedom from comparison liberates immense energy. Envy is a corrosive emotion that drains the spirit and creates dissatisfaction. By staying content with their unique path, centenarians preserve their inner peace. They understand that each life is singular, with its own challenges and blessings, incomparable to another. The sixth and final emotional pattern we've identified is a consistent, heartfelt expression of appreciation. This goes beyond a polite thank you. It's about noticing the good, the kind acts, the simple beauty around them, and articulating their thankfulness. It's thanking a caregiver for a small service, expressing gratitude for a sunny day, appreciating a kind word from a stranger.
This daily practice of vocalizing or internally acknowledging appreciation reinforces a positive outlook. It trains the mind to focus on what is right and good rather than what is lacking. Expressing appreciation strengthens social bonds too, creating positive feedback loops with those around them. It's a gentle ripple effect of warmth. These 6 patterns, letting go of grudges, finding joy in ritual, staying curious, remembering with gratitude, resisting jealousy, and expressing appreciation, paint a picture of a life lived with emotional grace. They suggest that while we cannot control every external factor influencing our health and lifespan, we hold considerable power over our internal landscape. These are not inherited traits in the way genetics are. They are cultivated habits of the heart and mind, honed over many, many decades of living. They are skills that can be learned, practiced, and strengthened at any age. Think about the weight lifted when you truly forgive someone, or even just release the need to be right about a past wrong. Feel the quiet pleasure and the simple act of savoring a warm drink or watching the leaves outside your window. Consider the way your world expands when you ask a genuine question about something you don't understand.
Reflect on the comfort and enduring love found in remembering those who shaped you, focusing not on the pain of their absence, but the richness they added to your life story. Recognize the freedom in being truly content with your own journey, letting go of the endless, often exhausting game of comparison. And finally, think about the simple, potent power of saying thank you, or even just feeling thankful for the breath in your lungs or the kindness you encounter. Each of these practices is a small act of building emotional strength. These patterns are not magic formulas, but rather gentle disciplines. They're ways of orienting oneself towards peace, contentment, connection, and resilience in the face of life's inevitable challenges. They remind us that aging isn't just about physical decline. It is also, potentially, a profound process of emotional and spiritual growth. The longest-lived individuals seem to embody this growth. Their resilience comes not from avoiding difficulty, for they have faced plenty, but from how they process and integrate their experiences. Their joy doesn't mean an absence of sadness, but the capacity to hold both light and shadow simultaneously. If you are seeking not just more years, but more life in your years, perhaps cultivating these emotional patterns is a powerful place to start. It's a journey inward that can reflect outward in profound ways, potentially contributing to a longer, certainly a richer life. Which one of these emotional traits do you carry already? Or which one do you feel a quiet prompting to grow into, starting today?